Grand Rising, my brothers and sisters. I want to get back to the Power of One series. This is chapter 8. So the first 7 chapters is the first 6 chapters is according to basically I wanted to section them off. I got to get back and go watch my old videos. What caused me to write, this is going to be a book. To write this, one day I was sitting down on they say how you go through something. If you never go through something, you will fall for anything. Or if you never go through, I learned I always misinterpret that. I misinterpreted that. You know why I misinterpreted that? Because I learned I didn't have to go through what somebody else experienced. I had to experience what somebody else went through. So example, as a indigenous man, I didn't have to feel that you experienced that pain and I had to go do it myself, or had to go, man, well, this is gonna happen to me one day, or I had to bring that out. No, I didn't. I had to utilize what you had as a man and said, okay, let me extract. Now, when we do extraction, we only come in to receive or take something out or to remove it out of a situation. That's what I had to do. I had to take every situation and remove it and put it all in this one spot. That's where the power of oneness come in. I can't just say love, but then I say hatred and put them in the same spot. And then say there's a thin line between love and hate. No, I had to literally take love and put it in his own spot. Because for me, as I keep saying, love is a seed. You know, I call love is a seed. If you don't want to keep watching my video, it'll end right here for you. If you don't feel as this information is fallible or plausible or realistic to you. To me, this is love. You probably heard it already so many times in so many different ways. Love. It's inside of me. Hear what I just said? Love is inside of me already. I love me. I love everything. So when I'm injured, when I'm in pain, or when I'm swelling up, or when I'm crying, I'm hurting, I have a headache, something it's captivating is holding my love hostage because I'm not able to give my body what is needed to get out of that pain. If I'm giving my body what is needed to get out of that pain, that is what I am sharing my love. And love equal to me a great union. Union means to bring together. I am not captured or captivated by that pain. And I'll say, that's a normal pain now. Normal pain when I wake up in the morning, my feet hurt. That's not what's going on. Or I'm going to use a real pain. I wake up in the morning, my right shoulder hurt. That's a real pain. But I gotten so used to it. Somebody asks me as I'm in pain, pretty much I'm going to say no. Because that pain no longer. But in the meantime, while I'm saying no, since I love myself, I'm going to figure out what's wrong with that pain. How can I make this better? Is what the doctor's telling me, what I'm reading about, what the things I'm eating, the exercises, whatever I have to do now to prevent this pain from reoccurring over and over. So now let's go back. So if I think about love, what is things you're not going to do to yourself to make sure that you don't love yourself? See, I'll say you don't love yourself. If I know this drug can kill me and I keep taking it, because you got to remember, once you know, that's love. Once you know. So once I know or knew I love myself, I could not do the things that is going to damage myself on purpose. Remember, going back to purpose. What is your purpose? Do you know what you are here for? So in my purpose, at this time, my shoulder is in pain. So loving me I don't want to share pain with you. I'm going to do everything within me so I never have to share this pain with you. Keep the key word. I'm going to do everything within me. Me. Within. So inside of me, going back, love is where? Inside of me. Hear what I'm saying? The love is inside of me. The love that you seek is not outside of you. How deep is your love for you? Tell you what it's going to be. Do you see yourself with a person as you, with no tricks, no corruption, no clout, no status, nothing that has nothing to do with what's inside of you? So I'm going to use money. Money is not inside of you. So if money is your love and your life power and what you're aiming for, you might as well keep that pain inside of you and don't worry about it and accept it every day. And that's what a lot of us do. Something that is outside of you or me, we are accepting it and telling it that it's part of us. No, it's not. What's inside of you is not what should be inside of you. If say you don't call it love, whatever you want to call it, the greatness of you are, your will of fire, whatever, but it's good. It don't cause you to do anything that will put you in danger. It won't cause you to do anything that puts you in pain. So now, think about this. Since now you have love inside of you, and it's so much of it, what do you want to do with it now? No, you don't want to give it away. No, 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 no. Whatever other things you just said. I don't know, but I'm guarantee you said something that has nothing to do with the love inside of you coming out in a good way. And maybe you did. And if you use the word, one of the words, that's a good word, is share. I want to share my love that's in me to you. So I want to ask you, if I'm speaking on issues in my community based on what I experience and to be better, is that me showing my love? Or is I'm going out of me and going out of my way to make my nose known and present to another race of woman or man or entity that don't even follow the same value system or the value love of the core, the same value core, the same ethical core, the same racial core? Or they don't even think about it. They don't even ask you questions. How can we be better? How can we do better? These outside entities, they don't come to you, but you're telling the people how to be with them. So you're telling people how to work with something outside of you, but they don't work. But that's the good thing, because that keeps you safe. So let's use two examples. The police officers. We're telling our sons and daughters to maintain a certain order. But hold on. You're having a good day and you're walking down the street. And they come up to you, don't say nothing to you, but you see their uniforms. And you see that they have the gun on the right and the taser on the left. And so what do? Follow the order. But there was never an order. See, when you have love in you, there's an order to keep you safe. You're having a good day, he having a bad day, or since these police thinks they have a gun or a gun or a taser or the authority or what they trying to say, power, but they don't have power over you. So they could come up to you rudely, touch you, do anything they want. And your response is stay in order. I just want you to think about that. Or the next response is, a person of my race hurt me, and I'm a woman and a man. I'm going to create a movement where I tell women to run away from their men to go to other men, even though they do the same thing. But changing my heart and mind and mentality will stay the same. So if I'm trying to cultivate a woman after she gave me opportunity, officially said we are together, and she don't allow, and she has to allow you. And I don't know why women keep saying a man don't allow. Yes, you do. I cannot force my love on you. I can share it with you. And why I say force, because she has to receive it now. And if she's going to receive, this is what I'm saying. If someone's going to receive your love, now this is going to be the kicker. This is how love works. Sorry, I meant to say it's probably after this, you probably can not listen no more. So this is how love works. After she received my love, now I don't know how she processed my love. She can say this is too much. Boom. She just processed my love that's too much. Now, this is how love works. If I worked within me and it took time for me to love myself and to understand the love of myself, she just gave me an example of how she sees love. She don't see love as affectionate as I do. So now I have to, if I just share my love, I'm not, she just shared her love back to me. That's too much of affection. She didn't say that was too much of love. She didn't say don't do that no more. And that's where we get wrong. That's why I don't listen to a lot of movements, and I have to pay attention first before I take on a movement. Anything that divide and separate you from you within will be manifested out of you. So in these movements, they are dividing and separating you from you. Am I only for my race women? The answer can be yes, and the answer can be maybe. It depends on how I view the love I was given. So the love going to come from my mother and my sister second. But I had to remember, with my lady, I officially made an agreement with, not a contract, an agreement. We submitted to each other. Love, the root, sub, mit, bring together to each other. So when she said, now she gave me back her energy. I want to say that's why it's love. It's a power of oneness. She's in herself already. She already don't lead. Maybe it's too much too fast. She already alluded that to. She already gave that back to you. This is how love works. When she gave that back to you, she just gave you it's not to run away. It's not to fight her. It's not to keep doing it as you was doing it. It's to examine it. That's love. Because, okay, you listen to what I said earlier. When you have pain in your shoulder, you got used to this pain in your shoulder, right? You know what I'm saying? You got used to this. So if you receive that, this message is over. Unless you still want to listen to more examples and understanding that you may not, maybe you hear something to challenge you within your love mind, your love sharing and receiving. Because when you share love and they receive it, you got to receive it back. That's love. Because in that pain of my shoulder that I have, I received that pain. But then I was going out trying to find different things that will now, this is what we got to understand. I don't use the word fix. Look at the word fix. It's not a good word. Heal. Or if you don't want to use the word heal is heal. He yield. I had to yield to what she said to me. I had to yield. You heard what I said? I had to yield. That's part of love. I yielded to that pain. I stopped. And I said, how can this pain now, if I'm asking myself on my own body, how can this pain be better or go away? Do you not think when I'm talking to her, when she gave me back what I gave to her? Because if she didn't care, now love, the subroot of love is care. Or even sometimes I say subroot because there's roots before I can care, because I care about you. Because remember, you was in pain. You're working on you. All the top roots have nothing to do. The subroot is care. That's the after effect. Once you actually start, now I say start loving yourself. Now, when she gave that back to you, now you can begin loving yourself. You hear I said? When she gave back the information, you was overly affectionate for her. You can finally start loving her the way she needs to be loved. So go to the shoulder. If I'm doing everything now, I'm not trying to prevent my shoulder from hurting. That's the beginning part after I learned the foods, things that was healthy for me, or taking away things that cause inflammation from my shoulder. So I don't want that pain. So example, high fructose corn syrup cause inflammation. Sugar don't. So I would get something, but sugar build up a sugar. There's no way to process sugar. But in high fructose corn syrup, there's no process. And then it leaves something behind that causes my shoulder to be inflamed. So, and when it's inflamed, it hurts. It inflames that part. So if that muscle at the top right of your shoulder is in pain and you stop eating high fructose corn syrup, now you're preventing that pain. So now when she giving you now that key thing, that information of her love in the beginning, she don't need all of that, maybe later. And then she already gave you her reference of how she is. I'm an introvert. My mother did this. I raised with two parents. I stay here. I do this. This is my job. My job have me boggled down in my mind and my soul. So now if you're still here, thank you. The power of oneness has now you at the starting line. At the starting line, that's a start. Now the love, power of love begin. Now, what do I mean? The fifth element of love. I should have said it as I did it, but I did say, how deep is your love? The fifth element. Only you, we went from you, your shoulder, your pain, things you do to prevent. And then when you go from preventing, you're getting better. Now within, you shared it. You shared it, which is love. That is an action word, sharing it. A pronoun, love. Yes, it's a pronoun too. Remember, I'm not good with those. Or it can be an adjective based on how you agitate. That's how I look at the words. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. But you hear the power. So in the power of oneness now, what is manifested out of you? I share it with her. That's not what manifested out of me. The love is already manifested. It's already given out. That's the fifth element. What are the elements? Water, wind, earth, fire. The fifth one is love. That's why love is never defined. But then if you remember, I talked about love versus loyalty. Love, a root, the subroot of love is loyalty. So people say, I'd rather have loyalty and love because they cannot find love because they have not given love to themselves first. So yes, I would want something that's the third thing out of love, or the second. It's the second process, because the first process is the seed. And when it grows, it opens up. The love, it opens. See how I just shared it? I just shared it. Love. It opened up. It came. So if I open up, isn't that sharing my love to my lady, or to that woman that I want to be to the next level now, to get somewhere with her? What manifested? When I shared my love, she gave me example of what is too much, or is it too fast? So she gave me all the information I need because it came out of love. It didn't come out of hate. It didn't come out of anger. It didn't come out of bitterness. So let's take the walk. Anger and bitterness. I don't need to make a movement for my race men to hate our race women, because I don't care what you say. There is no other way to put it. So out of your seed, it wasn't love, it was hatred. So you planted a seed of hatred. That's why I say I don't want my daughter or son hating me based off what I did. Now, her father didn't hit on her. Why would she desire a man that hit on her? If that so that pain she's going to have is caused by her father, that would be me. So I don't want my daughter to have pain. Now, what are things I can do to make sure? Overall, I can love my daughter. But within love, what comes out of it? Now, what comes out of that love with my lady? I did mention her name a couple of videos, but I'm just going to say my lady. She gave me the information already. My shoulder already gave me the information. It's in pain. You're doing this is good. The pain is subsiding. The pain is not there sometimes no more. But it can come back because we got to remember, we got to utilize it daily. We can't use it just one time. If you only use your love one time, that's all you're going to get. So now you will start movements and these other type of these symptoms, these movements and these pills are symptoms that you have not taken an account for, and you have not gave yourself a chance or opportunity within yourself first to love you. You know how I know you don't love yourself? You saying hateful things. No, not that you don't love yourself as a whole, because that's just one part. Because remember, when you plant that seed, but if you planted the seed of love, you don't worry about, can I be ready for a man or can I be ready for a woman? I love myself. But you do now take the part and take apart that now this is inside of you. Now you got to learn how to extract it. So what I say unto one, I say unto all. It's your path, it's your journey, it's your choice. Choose wisely. Now I challenge you now. Welcome back to the Power One series. It's going to be in the Power One series. Play this and take the time out to listen to some of the things I said. What do you agree on? What do you disagree on? Is there anything I could have said differently? How can we help each other? And I want you to be the best you. Say la.